What's up, y'all? You know what time it is? It's about to be that time.
Damn, son, where'd you find this?
When you fall and cannot get up, an accident can turn into a tragedy. But with Life Alert, one touch of a button can get you help fast.
This is Life Alert. Are you okay?
Savage.
And we're back. Roof Piece, chapter 1009 is out. If you're new to the channel, I'm Randy Troy. Welcome. It was a busy week for me. Did a couple of streams. Obviously, there was the one for 1009, but then there was also Henny Cool Brothers 16. My guy JD Legend invited me over there. We had I'm D King, Prototype Vergo, of course, and BDA Law Brago.
We have my homie, my friend, Mr. Randy Troy with the suave hair. How's it going, bro?
Savage.
Came prepared.
Came
All
prepared
right.
with the tech.
I gotta get me one of those.
I do.
I'll put the link to that below if you want to check that out. It was before 1009, so we're pretty much only talking about 1008 in it, but it was still fun. It was still a lot of fun. And then there was a funny video I got sent by a user, Pascuagon, that edited together my reaction to this week's color spread.
Tama holding this. Oh man, Randy Troy is gonna have a field day with this one.
Woo! 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 Do we see who's in this color spread, people? Do we see who's in this color spread? Do we see this? Do we see this? I am looking at this color spread. Okay, let's go, baby. Let's go. And, bring Boom Buku with you. We got Boom Buku the Teapot, which is hilarious. I think that's Oda's way of saying hi to Morge. Tama in a color spread with nothing but official Straw Hats. But Randy, it says it's a request. Inspired by a request. Oda chose to do this. This is not a regular cover spread, cover page. No, this is real, people. This is real, all right? Oda took the time to put Tama in a color spread, okay? That is something that, has only ever happened, as far as my recollection is confirmed, with official Straw Hats and Vivi, who is also an official Straw Hat, honorary, inactive official Straw Hat. Now, of course, there have been other color spreads with other characters, but it was like a group thing, and it wasn't, there were way more people than just official Straw Hats. But as far as this is unprecedented, is what I'm saying. You've got Tama holding the hat. She's going over. It looks like she's bringing it over to the statue, and it just feeds the agenda. Tama for Nakama. Yeah, it's gonna happen, people. It's gonna happen.
Mama, I've fallen and I can't get up.
Man, this Orochi stuff, right? So this was cool. This was a good development, having the Scabbards and Orochi meet up, right? And sort of handle their business. We knew this needed to happen. And I even said that, I was waiting for the panel where all of the Scabbards cut off each one of the heads.
Another one.
That panel has happened way earlier than I thought it was going to, but it has now officially happened. And then they kept it moving. Folded them, kept it moving.
Savage.
And that's great. You know why that's great? Because now that opens the door for the actual final battle with Orochi. Yes, Orochi's still not dead, people. All right? The Yamato no Orochi has 8 heads. And, if you follow other translations of the folklore, you have to either cut off all of the heads or you have to cut off the tail, depending on what what you're reading or what you believe in here. So, yeah, Orochi's not dead. He's gonna get back up. People are gonna be like, "Oh, this guy again?" Yeah, because his storyline has not come full circle yet. All right, he still has ties to CP0, which need to be buttoned up, Hiyori, Momonosuke, and Zoro. Right? So my prediction is that at some point Zoro is going to fall off the roof and that he's going to be a part of the final beheading or tail removal. We were talking about it in the stream. Perhaps Hiyori is a closet samurai that was trained by Denjiro for during the 20 years. It's possible. I don't necessarily expect it, but I'd like to see it. And Momonosuke and Orochi should have a chat as well. That'd be fun. So these are things that need to happen, but we did close the loop on a couple of things. The Scabbards do not need to run into Orochi again. Denjiro does not need to run into Orochi again. That's it. He knows that, Kyoshiro now knows that, Orochi knows that Kyoshiro was Denjiro, right? So, Oda's tying up some loose ends here. It's great. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. Oh, and of course, Orochi is still alive because, we still need to feed the agenda that he is Tama's father. Anybody who watched the stream knows why I paused there to make sure I said what I said correctly. It's the sleight of hand, like, who's who? Oh wait, you were looking over there. Boom, Sasuke is Kokuro's son. Boom, Tama is Orochi's dad. Like, Tama is Orochi's daughter. We got a new meme. Because I said it with such conviction too, right? Tama and Whitebeard's voice, become my son. But yeah, we need that Kurozumi Otama confirmation. Raizo versus Fukurokuju. Now, Fukurokuju, as we know, has been stated to be Raizo's primary rival. That was told to us. So this was telegraphed. It was foreshadowed. This is something that the entire community expected. So we just didn't know how it was we didn't know how it was going to happen once the Scabbards were on the roof. But now that they fell back down, that opens the door for this. Some people in the stream, thought that maybe this means that Raizo is going to die. I'm iffy on that one. I still believe that Inuarashi is going to lose to Jack and die. But Raizo, I don't know. I mean, that would make Raizo as safe hit so much harder on a rewatch if Raizo did die. But is this setting up Scabbards getting individual fights as we move along? As they keep running, they're just going to start splitting off and having their own little battles? I don't know. But I know for sure that we're definitely going to get Kinemon versus Kanjuro. So that's coming, and I'm very excited for that. All right. So then the meat and potatoes of the chapter, roof piece. Zoro was doing his thing. Okay. Now, when I first read it, and I'm pretty sure many people felt the same way, it seemed like Zoro actually tanked all of that, right? He tanked that ocean sovereignty attack, which, of course, is a parallel to what Dorian Bragi did in Little Garden. Koku sovereignty, Big Mom's attack is a direct correlation to the powers of the Elbaf giants. And Kaido joined in on that, and that is easily the most powerful technique that we have seen in the entire series. 2 emperors, dual attack. It's never happened. So, that's cool. And Zoro blocked it, even if it was for a couple of seconds before he got teleported out of there. That's a massive feat. The 6th Emperor emerges. Or the 7th, 8th, 9th, if you've been following how many emperors there have been over these chapters. in the reviews. Anytime someone does a big feat, they're the next emperor. Now, one thing we talked about last week was I said that this chapter was mostly going to be about splitting these characters up. And that's what we got here. We got a chapter where we actually did split them up.
Another one.
I said that Law would probably move some rocks and, create some sort of a divider. Well, he created the divider. Sent Big Mom flying. Kid finally did something, shout out to him. I still think Killer is more impressive, but Kid did take a full-on punch from Big Mom, so that's interesting. Luffy got sterilized by Kaido. Hit him with that Thor Ragnarok, which of course Viz translated as Ragnaroku, probably to avoid the association. Similar to what they do with Zolo, right? Because they don't want the association with Zoro, the masked swordsman. Now, one interesting thing about all of this Big Mom stuff is in the scan, I believed full on that Big Mom believed that there was nothing but ocean beneath her, but here in the official, it seems a little more ambiguous. So could she be landing on Wano? We know that we were very close to Mount Fuji. Mount Fuji being in the middle of Wano, and if we can see it in the distance, that means we're approaching it. The most likely thing here, actually, is that the Big Mom pirates are probably nearby with the Big Mama chanter. Maybe they have a lookout. Someone with binoculars sees Big Mom falling. Maybe someone like Daifuku sends his genie out and brings Big Mom onto the ship. Maybe Big Mom falls into the waterfall, winds up back in Wano. Maybe she gets, she gets her hunger pangs, goes on a rampage. Maybe she gets amnesia again. Not necessarily rooting for that or expecting it, but would give us some good moments with Chopper if she ends up reuniting with Chopper. I believe that eventually there's something there between Big Mom and Chopper that needs to be re-explored. There's plenty of foreshadowing for Big Mom to eventually become an ally, but I would rather keep her as an antagonist. I'd love to eventually see one-on-ones between the Straw Hats and the Big Mom pirates. We're Team Sanji versus Parasparrow over here, and I think that that's still happening. That's one interesting thing about this development, is that Big Mom is now not on Onigashima. Of course, Kaido could also fly down and pick her back up, but Oda wouldn't do that. I don't think that Oda would end the chapter with Big Mom falling off Onigashima if he didn't want to stick the landing and have her, fall and keep her out of the picture, because that's the whole point of this, is to divide this so that we can now focus on Kaido. 10-10 would be a prime area for Kaido to start his flashback. Not at the beginning of the chapter, but, we lead into it towards the end. I think that we set things up. Kaido goes on the offensive. I still think he's going to fold everybody, but either way, Parasparrow is alone now, making him even more of a wild card scenario. So that's really interesting to me. Zeus has been captured, which means that Law might be able to teleport Zeus back down to Nami, aiding in her fight against Page 1, because I expect Usopp to take on Ulti. Unless they're doing it both at the same time, but Usopp usually fights little girls, so yeah, this was a fun one, guys. YouTube just alerted me that I can now create merchandise. So who knows, in the future, if I get some free time, we may have the certified Drip Savage store open for business.
Certified drip.
I think that would be fun. All right, guys. So that's gonna do it for 1009. Thanks for stopping by. Thanks for everybody that rocks with me on the daily. I appreciate it, and I'm really looking forward to 1010. Binary numbers 1010. Let's go. Later, everybody.
I've been swimming deep, deep. Savage.